is famous for knowing exactly what she wanted. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Her logic is something you should apply to your Airbnb's minimum stay policy. Set it too short and you might attract last-minute party crashers or spend your life cleaning up after guests. Set it too long and you risk turning away guests looking for a quick getaway. So how do you find that just right number of nights to require? Today we're diving into the Goldilocks Dilemma of Airbnb hosting. What is the best minimum stay policy? In this video, we will show you how to find the perfect balance between profit, protection, and guest satisfaction. If this is the first time you're hearing about a minimum stay policy, that's okay. To put it simply, a minimum night stay policy is the minimum number of nights that a guest can book a short-term rental. It's determined entirely by the host, and it can be adjusted depending on yearly, monthly, and weekly booking trends. Some hosts prefer a 3-night minimum, others go for week or month-long stays, and some allow for just one night. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It all depends on your location and your style. But here's the key. If you adjust your policy based on things like seasons, demand, or local events, you can boost your revenue. Even small changes can make a big difference. Your Airbnb minimum stay policy matters for two key reasons. First, to maximize your income. Asking guests to stay at least 2 nights can help you earn more and reduce the time you spend cleaning, restocking, and on check-ins and check-outs. But if your place is close to an airport or a convention center, allowing one-night stays might actually make you more money, especially if other hosts nearby require longer stays. Business travelers often just need a quick stop. And number 2, avoid party problems. One-night stays are more likely to attract guests looking to throw parties. And even though Airbnb officially banned parties in 2022, some people still try to get around this rule. To reduce this risk, you can set a 2-night minimum, block same-day bookings, or require that all guests book before 5 p.m. Minimum stay policies depend a lot on location, season, cleaning costs, and local laws. In vacation hotspots with more seasonal visitors like beach towns, hosts are more likely to ask for longer minimum stays, especially during busy seasons. Roughly 20% of hosts require a minimum stay between 4 and 27 days in these markets. This helps reduce cleaning costs and avoids gaps between bookings, called orphan days, especially during the weekend or peak season. In big cities, demand is steadier year-round, so hosts can be more flexible. One-night stays are very common here due to tourists or business travelers that often need to book shorter stays. But as I mentioned before, local laws can have an impact. Some cities like Los Angeles, Boston, and New York City have very strict short-term rental rules. In these places, many hosts now only allow stays of 28 days or more, accounting for 24% of policies. In rural or mid-sized towns, 2-night minimums are very popular, with 44% of rural hosts requiring this minimum stay. That is because cleaning can be more expensive or harder to schedule in remote areas. While hosts in different areas tend to have different policies, the most popular choice is not necessarily the best for maximizing your rental's occupancy and revenue. In fact, based on our data, we found that there can be a disconnect between host choices and what actually maximizes revenue. Let's look at some examples. St. Louis, Missouri. Almost half of Airbnb hosts in St. Louis allow one-night stays. It's actually the most common setup in the city. But here's the catch. Hosts with a 2-night minimum have a revenue per available room 17% higher, and for those with 3 to 6-night minimums, it's about 25% higher. So while one-night stays are popular in this market, they might actually be costing hosts money. Flagstaff, Arizona. In Flagstaff, properties with a 3-night minimum stay have the highest revenue per available room, but only 12% of listings set this requirement. They earn 35% more than places with a 2-night minimum and a staggering 49% more than places with a 1-night minimum. So even though most hosts don't use it, a 3-night minimum is clearly the most profitable option in this market. So in some cities like St. Louis and Flagstaff, the most common minimum stay isn't always the most profitable. Meanwhile, in other cities, the most popular strategy can be the best one for making more money. Every market is different. To find the right minimum stay policy for your property, you need to look at local data, understand booking trends, and see what guests in your area actually want. Now, big events like festivals, conferences, or sports games are the perfect time to rethink your Airbnb minimum stay policy. For example, take South by Southwest in Austin, one of the biggest festivals in the US, which draws thousands of visitors every spring. We looked at 2023 data to see how different minimum stay policies performed during South by Southwest, and the results are clear. During big events like South by Southwest, a 3-night minimum stay brought in the most revenue per night. So when demand is high, adjusting your settings could earn you a lot more. Now, with so many factors, you might be wondering how to choose the best policy. Here are 4 easy ways to decide. Use market data. AirDNA is here to provide the most accurate data to help you make an informed decision. Look at local minimum stay trends, occupancy rates, and revenue per available room to understand what guests typically book. Is it weekends, full weeks, or month-long stays? Adjust your policy to attract the majority of guests. Also, remember to check booking lead time to see how far in advance guests book. Longer lead times often support longer minimum stays. Customize smartly. Set a default minimum stay and remember to adjust it for high demand dates or to fill gaps in between bookings. This is one of the most surefire ways to elevate your rental revenue. Factor in cleaning fees. Cleaning fees are charged once per booking. A $100 cleaning fee for a month-long stay might seem very reasonable, but for a one-night stay, it's a very steep price. 5 one-night stays with a $35 fee each can be more profitable than 1 5-night stay with a single $100 fee. Value your time. Short stays means more time cleaning, prepping, and handling check-ins. Think about the time and effort each reservation takes and whether or not the income offsets that effort. Is it worth it? Your minimum night stay policy isn't just a checkbox. It's a powerful tool that can make or break your revenue. Whether you're in a busy city or a seasonal getaway spot, setting the right policy can help you attract the right guests and fill your calendar more efficiently. Want to boost your earnings? Look at the data, stay flexible, and don't be afraid to test and adjust. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more short-term rental tips and insights. What's your current minimum stay policy? Has it worked for you? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you. Thank you for watching and happy hosting. See you next time.